Students, today we are going to start some kind of grammar topics. So the first topic of grammar is parts of speech. Before going to discuss about parts of speeches, let me tell you something about the concept of parts of speech. What is parts of speech? What does it mean? So see, before going to discuss about all these things, we must understand what is speech. Speech is always, you people consider that what we are always delivering in some kind of functions, some kind of celebrations and all. So that does not means that only does not mean speech. But speech means is a kind of language. So language, now see how we are using language. There are many words, there are many sentences, there are many phrases we are using in the language whenever we are communicating in a specific language. So there are many things which are the parts of that particular language. So basically I'll give you a simple example of this. Now see, we are living in this world, and in this world there are many things, and each and everything is having its identity, right? Each and everything is having its name. So exactly like that, language also has been contributed with many other things, and this contribution is having a kind of identity, and that identity, that particular classification means parts of speech. So in English language there are 8 parts of speech. Now I'll write down the name of that all parts of speech. I'll make a list, just have a look on that. So the first part of speech is noun, second pronoun, third verb, fourth adjective, fifth adverb, sixth preposition, 7 conjunction, and last one is interjection. Okay, now these 8 parts of speeches are there. Today we are going to discuss about the first type, that is noun. Now what is a noun? What does it mean? Noun means what? Yes, noun means name. Name means what? Name of yours and mine. It is not only about that. Name of each and everything, that is the noun. So yes, the basic concept and the basic definition of noun is name of a specific person, place, animal, thing. These all are calling as a noun. So today we are going to discuss about this particular part of speech. Okay, just listen carefully. Yes, as I have already defined, we have discussed about the definition of noun. So let me give you some example of noun. Boy, girl, apple, tiger. These all are the nouns. Now we'll move to the types of noun. There are 5 types of noun. So I'll make a list of that first. First type is, we'll give A, B, C here. So first is common noun. Second is proper noun. Third is collective noun. Fourth is material noun. And last one is abstract noun. Okay, these 5 types are there in noun form. Okay, so first we'll discuss about the first type, that is common noun. Yes, common noun, each and every type is having its own identity and specification in their name. Common noun means what? Which is common for everyone. Now it is not like that everyone means for everything, for every particular place or and all. So it is about a particular category. See, there is a name for a particular category, and that name is common. For example, all boys are there. Each boy is having his or his name, but the category of that particular boy is boy. Whenever we want to call some boys, we are calling, hey boys, come here. So we don't know the name of each and every boy. So at that time what we are calling? We are calling boy. Exactly like girls. Exactly like, let me give you example of zoo. Whenever we are going to the zoo, so at that time we are not telling that, I have seen tiger, I have seen elephant, I have seen snake, and etc etc. What we are telling, I have seen many animals. So what is that? Animal means a common name of that particular category. So a common name of a particular category is known as common noun. Let me give you some example of common noun. So the example of common noun are city, boy, girl, animals, fruits, flowers. These all are the example of common noun. Okay, now we'll move to the second type, that is proper noun. As this category is common, and that's why we are giving a particular name to that category. But as I told you that if there are many boys and we don't know the name of all boys, so what we are calling them? We are calling them, hey boys, come here. But if you want to call a particular boy, so that time what we are doing? We are calling that boy with his name. We are calling, if girls are there, if we are calling that particular girl with her name. So that the name is special thing for that girl or that boy. Means whatever things are there around us, each and everything is having its own identity, its own name, and we are calling, for example, table is table, table is not chair, fan is fan, fan is not light. So each and everything is having its name. That proper thing, that proper identity means what? That proper identity means proper noun. Okay, so the examples of, for example, Rohan is a proper noun, Rashmi is a proper noun, tiger, apple, rose, Ganga river, Mount Everest, these all are the proper noun. Okay, hope you have understood it. Now we'll move for the third type, that is collective noun. Yes, again let me tell you that there is an identity of collective noun in the name of it. Collective means what? Collection. Yes, it is collection. Means what? See, there are many groups. Whenever there is a group, we are giving some name to that particular group. So what that group identifies, what that group having a kind of function. So that particular name is known as collective noun. I'll make it easier. See, whenever something happens on the road, so people started to gather over there. And that gathering is having a particular noun. Yes, now you must have that word on your lips. Yes, that is crowd. So what crowd means? What we are getting in our mind whenever we heard this name. So we start to imagine that many people stand together, many people gather together, that is crowd. So what does it mean? Crowd means group of people, right? Whenever there are many flowers, that flowers known as bouquet. Whenever there are keys, so that many keys, so that particular keys, many keys known as bunch of keys, right? So these name, bunch, bouquet, crowd, herd, army, these all are the names of a particular collection, of a particular group. So the name of the collection or the name of a particular group is known as collective noun. Okay, now we'll move for the next one, that is material noun. Material, yes, now we know very well what does material mean. Yes, exactly, material means things which we like to have for making something, right? As you people are students and you are all doing such kind of things, that you all are making some projects, you are making some models and all. For that particular thing, what you need? You need to gather something, like you need papers, you need card sheets, you need Fevicol. So what is all things? These all things are known as material. Exactly like that, we are eating food. For making that food, what we need? We need materials to gather, we add those material and then we get something delicious to eat. So that material means a particular thing which plays a role of material to make a particular substance. That particular noun is known as material noun. For example, wood, oil, paper, rice, milk, silver, gold, these all are the material nouns. The last one and the most important one is abstract noun. Most of the students are having confusion in this particular type of noun. Abstract noun. See, abstract means what? the name of a particular feeling. Yes, we all are having feelings. We are human beings. Sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are crazy, sometimes we are excited. So these all are the feelings of us, right? But these are the feelings, these are the things which we can feel. But what are the names of these feelings? Yes, so these feelings are also having some names, and these names are known as abstract nouns. So the name of a feeling is known as abstract noun. For example, the most beautiful feeling name is love, that is abstract noun. Fear, abstract noun. Hate, abstract noun. Happiness, not happy. You people, most of the student, yes, this is my experience, what they are doing when they are thinking about happiness or happy, so what they are doing, happy is an abstract noun. So happy is an adjective, happy is not a noun. Happiness is an abstract noun. Sadness, that is an abstract noun. Pity, right? These all are the abstract noun. So these all are the types of noun. I have explained all the types from first to fifth, and even we have discussed about noun, that what is a noun. In the next video we will discuss about the second part of speech, that is pronoun. Till that time, just go through this video, just make whatever confusion, whatever your queries you people have, you can write these all things in comment box. I'll be there to solve your queries, to solve your doubts. Next time we will discuss about the next part of speech, that is pronoun. Till that time, stay safe, stay home, have a great time ahead. Bye bye.